Let's do it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I like this intro, man.
Yeah, it's good.
I like it.
Hyped up.
What's up, guys? Welcome to SparStar Unleashed. I'm your host and producer, Anibal Rodriguez, and today we have the amazing Director of Operations of SparStar Promotions, Michael Gross, to my right.
Glad to be here, brother.
And to my left, I have a mixed martial artist. He is fighting out of Victorville, California. He is fighting out of Cage Combat Academy. Mr. Pickle himself, the great Dylan Morales.
Thank you for having me.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's sponsor is Logic Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Self-Defense. If you guys are looking to build your confidence, learn some self-defense, discipline, respect, honor, or just be a better citizen to the community, this is the place you want to go to. They have a kids program, 3 years old to 15. They have a fundamentals jiu-jitsu program and also a women's self-defense program. They take all ages. If you're looking to up your game or just get in better shape, make sure to check them out. We're going to have a link in the bottom so you can click for your free trial class. They have locations all over Southern California and Alhambra, Arcadia, Glendora, Irwindale, Laverne, Pasadena, or if you're in Dubai or Brazil, they got some out there too. So guys, welcome to SparStar Unleashed Episode 2. We're here. What's up, guys? How you doing?
Super good. Ready to talk fights.
Awesome. Dylan, how's your day been, man?
Doing good. Got
So-
off work early today, so it's a good day.
Yeah, I know you're coming down from the mountain. That's a pretty long drive because we're in the city of Pasadena, California here, coming from Victorville. How was the drive down?
Wasn't too bad. Clear traffic, only here and there, but other than that, it was pretty good. Nothing too crazy. Can't
Nice.
complain.
Are you training every day now?
Of course.
Getting
always.
ready for August 5th. We have SparStar 55 coming up. I know you're going to be fighting for a title, right?
Yes, sir. I'm fighting for the SparStar title and the state title.
That's awesome, man. We're going to definitely get into that. I know that's part of today's topic to talk about the upcoming event. But I did want to find out a little because I didn't know about you until the last SparStar event, SparStar 54. I did see your fight. You came out of a win there. So tell us a little bit about your prep for that fight and, how you think everything went as far as, the day.
The prep, I actually started camp like 2 months before I was supposed to fight. Opponent pulled out. Mike, this lovely guy over here, came in for the day, saved it. I saved the date, started training. And then that day I felt really good, really confident.
Yeah.
Went in there, got the win.
How did you win?
I ended up TKOing him in the first round.
Dang. That must feel nice, huh?
It was nice. It was kind of bittersweet because
Why is that?
at the end of the day, on the way home, traffic coming to a stop, I got rear-ended.
Oh, my God.
There goes my car.
Jeez, it was totaled?
Yep, it was totaled.
Jesus Christ, are you all right? It's totaled. If the car got totaled, as long as your eye is fine, you get a new car.
I'm really good. Yeah,
That's what insurance is for, man.
Just got a car Saturday.
There we go. Congratulations. Woo! So how's the new Lamborghini?
I'll get there one day.
That's the goal,
But
man.
it's nice. It's really nice. It drives smooth. It's definitely an upgrade from what I was driving.
That's crazy. So you go from the high of winning a fight to now you're dealing with a totaled car.
Yeah.
That's life sometimes, though, right? Right, Michael?
That's the way it goes. Not many people can say they've won a mixed martial arts fight. So I can't even imagine what that feels like going home after that.
Yeah.
It's got to be so amazing. And then
That's interesting you say that because I think about, when a fighter wins a fight, because I tell people all the time, set goals, work after them every single day, and then eventually you get to your end goal. The beautiful thing about fighting is that, you have a date, and you have a face to your opponent.
Yeah.
And you're literally preparing every day for that day to come. You have to be at a certain weight, and you envision in your head either winning or losing, whatever is going on in your mindset. And it takes both mindset and obviously your physicality to win, but it must be a pretty elate feeling as far as winning because you've been prepping for this the whole time. Like when you see people that win the lottery, they weren't expecting it. It's just like, I didn't see it coming. But when you've been prepping and training and putting in the hours and the blood and the sweat, and then you win, I think that's probably a better feeling.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't know because I never fought in the cage and won. So what are your your feelings and your mindset as far as, right after a win? Are you just looking at it as I did my job and that's it, or is it what goes through your head?
At first, it's food.
Okay.
I love eating so much. First thing is, what am I eating?
Hell yeah.
But right after you get your hand raised, after you choke them out, TKO, whatever it is,
yeah,
you're on cloud 9.
Yeah.
Like, it feels so unreal. Like, you're just up in the clouds, and then you walk out, get dressed, and then you're just normal again. I'm like, all right, let's go get some tacos.
So that's what it was? That's what the meal after? The championship meal?
Yes.
That's awesome, man.
If you could do it all over again, like say your choices are fight and lose and don't total your car, or would you choose to fight and win and total your car?
Oh, no, definitely fight and win. Total the car. It's a
price of
blessing.
victory.
Exactly. I get a new car.
Yeah.
We're good.
There you go. That's a great way to look at it. Awesome.
Our new sponsor, auto insurance.
That's going to be the new sponsor. We're going to get an auto insurance company. That's hilarious, man. So I know, we've had a couple of SparStar athletes, alumni that have joined Combate Global, professional MMA promotion, and they're making some waves in the Combate Global world. You know, we just had Rick Salada.
Yeah.
I think how many times has he fought for SparStar?
Bro, he fought for us 10 times, packed the house every time. Can't say enough good things about Rick. He was one of those exciting fighters who always brought it. And then when he was ready to go pro, our promoter, Tony Padilla.
Huge shout out to Tony, by the way.
Oh, yeah. He brought him up to Combate, and since then he's 4-1 as a professional. But this last weekend, he had his 5th fight, and he took a big step up in competition, and it was going to be his biggest challenge to date. And I feel like he just really put his performance together, and it made for a very exciting fight, and he got the W. So we're all super proud to have Rick as part of the SparStar family as an alumni.
Yeah, a huge congratulations to Rick for getting that win. And what I like a lot about it is when you actually challenge yourself with tough opponents, it makes you a better fighter. It makes you better. You need tough opponents to get you to the next level, and that's what he did. He went to the ring. I'm sorry, to the cage, the jaula, as I like to say in Combate Global, and he put his skills to the test, and he overcame that opponent, and he's doing some great things. And I know we have also Tony Cortez going to be fighting on August 5th as well on Combate Global, which is another alumni of SparStar Promotions. I mean, we have some great fighters currently in SparStar. Who do you guys think is going to be the next athlete to go into the pros with Combate Global out of SparStar? I guess we'll start with you, Dylan. What are your thoughts since you're currently a fighter in SparStar?
I'm just gonna say myself.
Oh, okay.
Win this title, defend it once, and then hey, if they call me up, they call me up. I'll be there. I'm ready.
That's awesome, man.
Nice.
I'd love to see that day come. Just keep doing what you're doing, keep winning like you're winning, and I'm sure the opportunity will come. From the last event, I saw a couple of great fighters that I think would be, great new fighters for Combate. I really liked Michael Santiago. I think he's going to be a good candidate for Combate Global.
Oh, yeah. That's actually Dylan's teammate.
That's right. He was supposed to be here today, wasn't he?
He was.
Oh, you know what? He got called by Joe Rogan. He had to do his podcast today.
We can't be mad at him.
You can't be mad at that one. It's all right, man. You could come to the next one.
Shout us out on there, Michael.
Yeah, shout out to Michael Santiago. I think his record right now is like 4-0, and he's going to be fighting on SparStar 55 for a belt.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see that fight. I'm excited to see his career blossom. And like I said, I think he would probably be a good candidate for Combate Global.
Absolutely. He's on the right track already.
Yeah. What about you, Michael? What are your thoughts?
This is hard to say because we have so many athletes who are going to make amazing professionals. If I had to pick one, I would say Royce Butler.
Okay.
Royce came to us, and he was already a champion and probably ready to go pro already. He's fought for us twice now because he wanted to add the SparStar belt to his collection. He did that in his last fight. He's also the state champion, and he's going to fight for us also at SparStar 55.
Nice.
So yeah, I think he's going to be ready to go soon.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's another great fighter that I'm excited to see his career blossom and grow from there. But today we decided to have Dylan on the show since he is going to be one of the fighters on the card for SparStar 55. So I'm kind of curious in finding out your history as far as what got you into MMA, what you have done as far as your training, because I know you're fighting out of Cage Combat with Alex Reyes, right? So I really don't know too much about him, but I know he's a UFC fighter and he's got a pretty crazy story. So I always like to hear, the mentor-mentee relationship, the coach and the trainee relationship. It's always a really interesting dynamic, when you have someone that has all the knowledge and skills and experience, helping an up-and-coming person. I have a separate podcast where I interview people that are successful in their craft, and over again, you hear the mentor. There's always someone that comes into your life at the right time that guides you, teaches you, helps you get to the next level because they've been there before. They've either seen it with their own eyes or they experienced it themselves. So tell us a little bit about, what got you into MMA? What made you decide to fight with SparStar? How your experience has been training under Alex Reyes, and whatever other questions you have, Michael.
Sure.
All right. So, why I started training? Funny story. I was about 11, right?
Okay.
I'm over here. If you guys could picture a stick figure, that's literally how I looked.
Okay.
I was like, hey, I need to get some muscles. All right. Who have muscles? Fighters,
yeah,
boxers, everything. I'm like, this is easy.
Yeah.
So I go in, I'm like, all right, I just want to start getting muscles. My dad's like, are you getting bullied? Like, is everything all right at school? I'm like, yeah. We're fine. I just want muscles. He's like, are you sure? There's a good few months of him just asking, like, is everything okay? Yes. I check a
You weren't
gyms.
getting bullied, just to be okay.
No.
You just were tired of being a stick.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I check out a few gyms up there, and then I stumble into Cage Combat.
Yeah.
I see Alex. I'm like, oh, this place is kind of cool. And then ever since then, I fell in love with it. And I was actually Alex's first student.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he just opened the gym as we're just looking, and then boom, I'm his first student.
That's crazy. That's a crazy story. So he had just barely opened that gym.
Yes, he did.
Wow. And how was that experience? Did you know who he was at that time? Did you know anything about MMA, or were you just like brand new to the whole world?
No, I was brand new to the whole world.
Like you hadn't watched any UFC fights or knew anything about, any type of martial arts?
No. Well, our family watches boxing.
Okay. So you had a little bit of boxing history.
A little bit of boxing history, just watching it.
Yeah.
Like not really doing nothing.
Like you didn't know how to throw a combination or anything?
No. Just us cousins at a party, just beating up on each other, just having fun.
How old are you, by the way?
I'm 24.
24. I find this very interesting because I'm not that much older than you. I'm 35, so I guess I'm 11 years older than you. But when I grew up, there was no MMA gyms. It was, you go to the boxing gym, you go to the jiu-jitsu gym, you go to the karate, you go to the, Muay Thai. There wasn't a gym where you went and they trained, mixed martial arts. And typically, you would have that one skill that you knew how to do and you didn't know how to do any other ones until, the UFC came around and then they made MMA a thing, they made it something more popular where now there's actual mixed martial arts gym where they will teach you the fundamentals of pretty much everything to win a fight, which is your stand-up and your ground game. So I find that interesting now, where people go in and they just do MMA. Obviously you have to learn how to strike, how to punch, which incorporates some form of boxing, or Muay Thai if you're throwing elbows, kicking if you like, kickboxing, and also Muay Thai and stuff, and maybe some Sabat or other type of striking that they'll teach you. And then you have your ground game, which is either wrestling, jiu-jitsu, or some kind of shoot wrestling or grappling that they're teaching you, So for you being, 11 years old, knew nothing about MMA, knew nothing about fighting, I guess, going into this gym. And at the time, was Alex already in the UFC?
No, he was not.
Okay.
No, he was still fighting for King of the Cage.
Okay, so he was he was a pro fighter though.
Yes.
That's crazy, man. So tell us a little about that experience. What have you learned training under Alex Reyes, and how has that journey come along from 11 to 24?
I don't even know where to start. So I went into the gym. There's this little kid that enrolled around the same time. He was like a few years younger than me.
Yeah.
But he trained somewhere else before. And I just remember going live with him. We're rolling a little bit, and he absolutely destroys me. I'm all, how the heck does this little kid over here beating me up?
Yeah.
So I kind of took it personal. I was like, that's not going to happen again. So I kept on training. I kept on fighting, getting better and better and pushing myself.
Okay.
Right. And then that's where Alex was stepping in. He's like, okay, well, if he does this, you could do that. And then I was like, oh, okay, he does that. Boom, boom, boom. It's like a big old chess game.
Yeah.
So that's where it gets really fun now, especially as a higher ranking belt. That's where I fall in love with jiu-jitsu, where it's just fun. I kind of just spin people like on my finger or something. They do something. I'm like, oh, okay, I know where this is going. Oh, we could do this.
That's funny. Yeah, it's you know, it's crazy how you master a skill. A lot of it is drilling fundamentals, drilling specific, you know, skills over and over and over again until they get hardwired in your brain to where you're no longer really thinking, you know. And like for me, I did boxing growing up as a kid. So they'll teach you this specific combination and you do that the whole freaking day. Like you're doing that for hours, just drilling that same combination, and they'll teach you, okay, if he throws this, then more likely he's going to come counter with this, or you're going to counter with this. And you do it so much that when you're in the ring, you kind of see it already coming. So I see what you're saying. Like when someone's doing something, like, oh, I already know what he's going to do here. I already know what he's going to do there. And that's what's cool about jiu-jitsu. I feel like you can always get better. You know, I had interviewed this young girl. Her name's Elena Kravar. She's 15 now, but when I interviewed her, she was 14 years old. It was last year, and she just came out on UFC for their jiu-jitsu. I forgot what it's called.
Oh, the Fight Pass, I think.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, okay. But they have like a jiu-jitsu competition now, and she's like choking out black belts, and she's a little girl. And the same thing when I asked her, like, what do you love so much about jiu-jitsu, is the same thing that you just said. Like you fall in love with the ability to get better, and to like when someone beats, like, oh, this is not going to happen again. So I always think like people that do jiu-jitsu are extra competitive, you know, but they're also very cerebral. Like they like to figure things out. And I think most humans are that way. We want to figure things out. Like, why is it this doing this? Like, I want to figure it out. And jiu-jitsu is such a beautiful sport where you're challenging your body, but at the same time, you have to have a little bit of intelligence to do that sport, man. So that's awesome that you were able to advance up to a brown belt. But I don't know if you know this though, Michael over here has a white belt with 2 stripes on it.
Oh, that's scary. That's real scary. I wouldn't want to mess with this guy over here.
That is an insult to 2-stripe white belts. So that's not true. But I did want to share, we went into the archive and we actually found that picture of Dylan as a 11-year-old stick figure.
Oh my God.
I don't know if you can see
there
that.
Right there.
That's him.
That is me.
Oh,
Can verify.
Wow, that's a really nice picture, bro.
So I'll let you fill in the gaps, but I think it's interesting. I want to hear about you getting to that first MMA fight, but you guys seem to have a special relationship, both you and Michael, with Alex, in that it doesn't seem like you're pushing. Like a lot of guys are just pushing so hard, and you guys are kind of like, we'll see what Alex says. I'm just here to win, and then we'll go next. So if you could talk about that.
Yeah, no, I definitely trust Alex with my life. He's definitely up there with the father figures in my life. So I met him at his 11 and then just grew with him. So his gym grew, he got better, I got better. And then I just trust him so much because he's been through it all. He's been through the ups and downs, and he's kind of like paving the way for us. So like one of his quotes that he says to us is just trust the process. And then that's what I do. I'm just stepping back. He tells me to jump. I say how high. He tells me where to run. I say how far.
Yeah, that's a good student, you know, and that's the psychology behind that makes a lot of sense, because a lot of times people, they get very impatient. You know, like I used to train at a gym for like 10 years. And I was a personal trainer, and people come in and like, I want to lose all this weight. Like, all right, great. This is the plan that we got to do. No, you got to follow this plan. First off, most people don't follow the plan, you know.
They don't.
But the ones that do, you know, a weekend, like, I'm not losing any weight. I'm like, well, first off, are you following the plan? And they say yes. I'm like, well, then you have to trust the process. It's not going to happen overnight. And for a skill like yours, which is, you know, combat fighting, it takes time, you know, to evolve and grow and get better. And you know, having someone like him kind of guide you, I'm sure it's helped out a lot, you know. So that's great. You guys have such a great relationship.
How did you get into that first fight? Like, what made you want to go from jiu-jitsu competitor or trainer to actually wanting to fight mixed martial arts?
Shoot, that's a kind of weird story too. So I started training at 11, focusing mostly on jiu-jitsu. Right?
Hold on, did you gain the muscle?
You guys, I don't think so, but you guys could tell me. All right?
Sign up for the OnlyFans.
Exactly. We'll get it happening. I got you.
All right, cool. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're fine. It started off with just jiu-jitsu tournaments. First tournament, I won. First place, gold.
What?
Double gold. Next tournament after that, I was like, oh, okay, I won the first tournament. I'm going to be cool, whatever. We're chilling.
Yeah.
Bam. Gets annihilated. Didn't even get podium.
Dang.
I was like, all right, I will be back. And then that just made me push harder, training harder, keep pushing myself. And then I ended up winning, losing, ups and downs as it goes.
Yeah.
And then I turned, what was it, 12, 13, 14 in that little area.
Yeah.
I got moved up to the adult class.
Okay.
So I'm over here beating up the little kids. I'm like, all right, oh, cool. I'm the shit.
Yeah.
I move it to the adult class. I'm like, all right, this is going to be cool. I get to choke out grown men. Not true.
Yeah.
I got so many times I got my butt kicked. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But it definitely helped me grow into the fighter I am today.
Yeah.
I have to accept the wins. I have to accept the losses and then learn from both of them.
Yeah.
If I won, learn where I could do better. If I lost, learn to not let it happen again and where it went wrong.
Yeah. That's beautiful, man. So now your record is 3-1.
Yes.
Where was your first fight? How old were you, and how did that go?
My first fight, I want to say probably 18 or 19, I think. And then I got super babied my first fight. All right, we had day before weigh-ins, so I was like, all right, we're cool. Day before weigh-ins, we get to sleep.
Yeah.
We fight in the little Toyota arena, like everything's
Nice.
here. I was like, oh, this is kind of nice. This is kind of cool. I was like,
Yeah.
this is fun. And then after that, they're like, all right, amateurs, it's same day weigh-ins. I was like, oh, okay, I can still make weight. It's still doable. It's all right. And then after that, it just started becoming with SparStar with Mike over here.
Yeah.
Really taking care of us. He's a wonderful person to work with if you guys haven't worked with him yet.
Stop it. I'm kidding. Keep going.
Give me more. Don't stop.
No, I mean, hey, we try and take care of the fighters. You guys do such a good job supporting the show. You do your job. You make weight. You come in. You fight hard. You pack the place with your friends and family. We can't ask for anything more, and we want to continue to work with you. And so whatever you need, we want to try and give it to you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, SparStar is such an amazing promotion. I think they're the best amateur promotion in California, up and coming and rising across the world, you know. And I love working with Michael and of course with Tony Padilla. You guys are amazing. And I actually do look forward to seeing SparStar grow as well with all the fighters that are coming out of there, you know. And I think people are noticing it, and it's a visible thing when all of these top athletes are coming out of SparStar, you know, and are getting recognized for what they're doing. And you know, I'm excited to see everybody win, you know. And I think that's the main thing is supporting the people that are in your life and backing them up. You know, obviously Alex has supported you along your journey and helped you along. Is there any other fight manager or trainers or anybody in your life that's been, you know, a support for your growth?
One, my teammate Michael Reyes, or Michael. Oh shoot,
That's a combination.
He's gonna get in trouble.
That's
Yeah,
Alex and
there
Michael
it is.
together.
Michael Santiago. He's been there through thick and thin, and we really push each other.
Yeah.
And then again, when I was as a little kid moving up to adult classes, the pro fighters back then, so Danny, Albert, Eric, all of them for putting it on me.
Who are these guys?
There were some pro fighters that Alex had back in the day.
Danny what?
Danny Pinto.
Okay. And what were the other two you named?
Albert Veloz and Eric. Oh, I'm sorry, Eric. I'm so sorry.
Eric. Can't remember your last name.
No, I can't.
No worries. But these were pro fighters that were training out of cage combat.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Danny opened up his gym out in Vegas, Pinto Muay Thai.
Nice.
Love that place. Super competitive out there. Strong if you guys are out there.
Yeah, so one question I really want to find out is, where does the nickname come from, Mr. Pickle?
All right. Quick little backstory. So, it's 1999.
Okay.
I'm in my mom's stomach. My older sister, watching Rugrats, she'll run up to my mom, let me talk to Baby Dill. Let me talk to Baby Dill
God.
from Rugrats.
Yeah.
So when I was born, they just decided to call me Dylan.
Oh,
so
okay.
they called me that. Now, as I got older, they just been calling me Pickle because I was named after Rugrats.
Yeah.
Their last names is Pickles.
Right.
So that's how I got the nickname.
Oh, I get it now. I love the Rugrats, by the way.
Exactly. My favorite show. Favorite show. And then about 2 fights ago, I think, I made a bet with Albert, one of the old pro fighters out there.
Yeah.
He's all right, Dylan, I forgot what it was, but I ended up losing the bet, and he's all, you have to come out to Mr. Pickle. I was like, so I ended up doing it, man of my word, and then now here we are.
Yeah.
You guys are calling me Mr. Pickle. We'll see if it sticks. I don't know yet.
Okay.
We're still
so this
throwing it out
this
there.
isn't a name that you picked for your fight career. This was a bet that you lost.
Yes.
Okay.
I think it needs to stick. It has
Some pizzazz.
Exactly.
Some moxie.
There's enough pit bulls in the world. There's enough spiders. Like we don't have any other Mr. Pickles. And I think that's marketing gold right there. And if you don't stick with it, I'm going to be personally insulted.
All right. I've heard another one called The Mathematician.
Okay. I love that.
I graduated from Cal Poly with my bachelor's in applied mathematics.
Oh my God.
It's either Mr. Pickles, The Mathematician. I'll let you guys, the viewers, decide.
Yeah.
All right.
That's really good too, actually.
Just come out in a full pickle outfit, bro, on your next fight.
Come out as Pickle Rick. Here we go.
Pickle Dill.
That's funny. Yeah. So, is there any other questions you have for Dylan?
Well, I mean, I want to talk about the fight. We obviously had Christian on last time. And, and he thinks he's going to win, surprisingly.
Yes.
Dylan's coming off of 2 very dominant performances.
Yeah.
And, I want to hear your thoughts, your predictions, like what's happening in this fight.
I already know he's got to be a tough opponent. It's got to be a really fun fight. At the end of the day, I know my hand's got to be raised. Okay? If it's got to be a TKO, sub, decision, whatever, I'm willing to fight through all 3 rounds and let's see what he got.
What do you see as an area that you feel yourself superior in, like where you could really take advantage of him?
I would say my striking a lot. I enjoy my striking a lot more. I hate wrestling so much and the ground so much. I don't know why. I feel confident on the ground, but I don't know. I just don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, you seemed very incompetent in your last fight. You got taken down and you quickly reversed it, and I can't remember if it was a TKO or if you subbed him, but you handled it on the ground. But what I feel like I hear you saying is you're predicting a first-round knockout. Is that what you're saying?
All right. I don't know about all that yet. I don't know.
Did you see his fight?
No, I didn't actually, because he fought literally right after me.
Okay.
So I'm over there in the back doing my interview with the other interviewer.
Isaac.
I don't know. Yeah, that guy. Isaac. And then I went to go change, and I was like, first thing, food. What am I eating?
Yep.
This is interesting because I always like to ask fighters, if they are more strategic when they are fighting an opponent or if they just go based off of whatever their coach is telling them or whatever, their instinct is. Because a lot of fighters will, once they know who their opponent is do research on them, watch all their fights, see what their strengths, their weaknesses are, and create a plan specifically for that fighter, And I know specifically in boxing, they do that because, styles make fights, and sometimes the better fighter loses if he doesn't have a good plan. And this guy has got his card or whatever. I feel like MMA is a little different, because it's kind of hard to figure out what they're going to do on that day. And like I asked this to an MMA fighter I just interviewed as well, and she says it's different with every fight because a lot of stuff is instinctual. Like you might have a plan, but if something something opens itself up, you're just going to do that, even if it's not part of the plan. But for you yourself, how do you prep for a fight when you know who it is that you're fighting?
Right now, we're just so young in the amateurs, it's kind of hard to find film on anyone. So it's kind of
not on SparStar. They record everything on HD.
Follow us
on YouTube.
on YouTube at SSP MMA. If you really like it and want to watch a live stream, you can sign up for our memberships. Only $9.99 a month. Cancel at any time.
I never cancel. But yeah, make sure you guys get that subscription. Beautiful. But yeah, you're right. Amateurs don't really have too much fight footage. But I think in today's age, it's more readily available. I think back in the day it was a lot tougher when you were in amateurs. You had to get like someone with a shaky VHS with like all pixelated and stuff. Now I mean your iPhone shoots like 4K and stuff. It's like, so you could get a lot of more footage. But yeah, I think as well as when you're still growing in your skill, it's a little tough because even that same person you watch their footage, they probably evolved from their last fight till now. So it's like you're prepping for someone that's not even there anymore. You might be like, oh, his stand-up sucks, and then next you find like, damn, this dude's stand-up got like 10 times better. Like, what happened?
Yeah,
because as the learning curve for someone that's first starting off, it's usually pretty quick.
Yeah,
and what happens there you go, mathematician. I think he's going to go with Mr. Math Pickle or something. I don't know. We got to incorporate both, somehow. But I think once you hit a certain level, the growth is very minimal. Mm-hmm. Like if you're talking about stocks, like you have these blue chip stocks where it's Walmart, Costco, all these huge companies that they're going to grow every single year because they make so much money, but it's not like you're not going to make a bunch of money from buying some Walmart stock, unless you hold it on forever. And then there's these, new companies that are up and coming,
GameStop.
Some Dogecoin or something, where it's like, it can either like just exponentially blow up, you make a bunch of money, or they can crash and burn like the next day. And I feel that's what amateur fighters are. They're like, IPOs, I think that's what we call them, initial public offerings, where they're brand new and they might have an amazing career or they might not. And there's a lot of factors into what can change. So I guess, when you're first starting off, it probably is best to just listen to your coach. I think that probably is a good strategy because they probably have a little bit more eyesight in the ring as far as what's going on. And I always hear the coaches just yelling like crazy in every single fight we go.
Exactly. Yeah. Listen, I mean, and he's got that relationship with Alex, I feel like.
Do you actually listen to your coach? I wouldn't be able to listen to shit when I'm fighting, But do you
red, bro.
I just go red. But yeah, do you listen to your coach while you're fighting?
Yeah. This last fight, I'm over here. All I'm thinking about is standing up. He's all backward roll to single leg. I was all, this is a smart guy right here. This is a smart guy.
Like he's done it before.
Exactly. Wow. I do it. I get on top, and then 10 seconds later, fight's over. I was like, dang, I'm pretty sure if he whispers in a crowded room, I could distinguish his voice.
That's awesome.
I've been training with him for 13 years, so I think eyes closed, earplugs in, just blindfolded, middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
He could tell me directions, and I could follow them to the T.
Wow, that's beautiful. That's amazing, man.
So you're a really chill guy, pretty laid back. I haven't heard you talk crap about any of your opponents. You might be, but I'm not hearing it. What does it do to you? Christian's also a pretty chill guy, but I remember after the fight, he was getting interviewed in the cage, and he said, regarding to you, what he really won tonight is an ass whooping in August. What does that do to you?
I honestly don't care. Like, I'm just go with the flow, just have fun, do my own thing. I do talk shit, but it's usually when I'm a little bit more comfortable around you guys and just like, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. All right?
Like, I'll hurt your face, but I don't want to hurt your feelings.
I'll talk shit. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings.
Yeah.
Got it.
So it's once we're on like a little bit more intimate level, then that's where I start opening up and becoming myself with my jokes and then my shit talking. Cause I love talking shit.
Yeah.
Especially where it's like competitive and to push my teammates or to push some of my students. I just enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah, I love getting to know the fighters' personalities, because personalities also make fights too. Like when you have the heel and the baby face, like it's more entertaining, and no matter what, at the end of the day, there's still an entertainment aspect to fighting. You see any fighter that's a professional, that's winning, they have their style, their charisma, whatever it is, and they're authentic to it, so I do see you more of as like kind of like a jokester, but at the same time, I can tell that, you go in there and get your job done, kick some ass. So that's awesome.
So we've got on this August 5th card, which is amazing. Buy your tickets right now at sspmma.com.
Use code Morales.
There you go. Get this guy some credit.
There you go.
Or you can watch on our YouTube channel live with a membership. But it's going to be the biggest card of the year. We've got Dylan's fight, and we've got 3 other title fights. So
let's talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, first up, we've got your teammate Michael at 135 pounds, and you've actually fought the opponent. What do you think about that fight? What do you see happening?
Mike, he's just a little ball of fire, bro. He's just got to come in, smash, and kill the guy again. Like, I feel so bad, like beating a dead horse, but I feel sorry for Daniel. I really do.
You hear that, Daniel? They feel sorry for you, bro. And Michael, you're a beast.
He really is. I keep saying I haven't really seen him in a bad position yet in his 3 fights. He got a quick submission, then a stand-up war that he was winning the entire time, and then another quick submission. So we haven't seen him really get pushed to the limit yet, and I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun fight. I know we have the 125 pound belt, also the state belt, Royce Butler versus Rashawn Rowland. I'm really excited for that fight.
Dude.
I'm actually really excited to have them on the face-off, to be honest.
We're going to do it.
Yeah, we're going to do it. I think I know, I don't know if it's Rashawn or Rayshawn. Sorry if I'm messing up your name, brother. But he's been hitting me up. He wants to come on. He's a character, man. He likes to promote. So I'm excited to get to know him and have him on the show and to see the fight. I did see Royce Butler win that fight on SparStar 54. So this is going to be a super exciting fight. Yeah. Like I was telling you, like both of the fighters from Royce and his opponent were like, they're 125 pound little sticks of dynamite. Like you could just feel them explode in the ring, and every time they like clash, it's like, damn, anything could happen. So I'm really excited to see that one.
Yeah, 100%. Royce is the champion coming in, and I don't know how many more fights we have left with him at SparStar. He's ready for the big show.
Yeah.
And then Rayshawn is. This is his first fight with us, but he earned it. He's got a 3-fight win streak, and he's coming on, and he's full of confidence. He knows he's going to win this fight too. So the real winner is going to be us.
There we go. That's true. The watchers. Guys, I can't say this enough. Make sure you purchase your tickets for the event. It's going to be August 5th.
August 5th.
August 5th at the Commerce Casino, Saturday. What time does the fight start?
We get started at 5 o'clock. So we'll
5
have
o'clock.
We'll have some prelims.
We're going to have a couple preliminary fights, and then we're going to have these 4 title fights that are going to be amazing. If you guys want to support Dylan Morales, make sure you use promo code. What's the promo code?
Morales
to get your tickets. If you're unable to make it to the Commerce Casino, you're missing out. Make sure you guys go out. But you can go to SparStar's YouTube and purchase the subscription there to watch the live cast. And I'm going to be there at the fight as well. Oh, yeah. Hanging around with the ring girls probably or something again.
Having a drink
or two, shoot some videos, going in the middle of the ring with, somebody dancing in there and just filming them. That was pretty fun last time. Yeah. But we do have some more fights for the card. I know there's Aaron Troby fighting for the 155. Does he fight for the state belt as well, or is it just okay?
SparStar and state belt. Aaron is just such a cool dude.
Yeah.
He came in and from a relatively new gym. They didn't have a lot of fighters. But it's a jiu-jitsu gym, and Aaron came in, lost his first fight. Since then, he's been on a 4-fight win streak, and you just see every fight, he's just taking these massive steps up, and his last 2 have just been completely dominant, and he's on fire right now.
Yes, I saw that fight, and he's fighting Trevor Devistern, who's also 4-1, so that's going to be an exciting fight. And then another fight that I'm pretty interested.
We should give Trevor a little due here. He's a former 170-pound state champion.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and
you did mention, I'm like, damn, he's gonna cut down. I'm like, Aaron better be careful with this big dude.
Yes, I can't pick this fight. I mean, he's like a tough wrestler, 4-1 out of SoCal Fight Factory, and just two absolute studs going at it.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And obviously, we already talked about Christian and Dylan's fight. Mr. Pickle's fight coming up, so that's going to be an explosive fight as well.
Yeah,
I don't know what to predict there, because I know both of you guys. So I just want it to be an exciting fight. Like obviously, I work with Tony Cortez, and I had to interview him and Quest Truxton.
Mm-hmm.
So when the fight came, I was like, man, I got to go for Tony because he's my guy, but I just want it to be an exciting fight. Whenever someone that I know fights, I just want it to be like an exciting fight, when I know both people.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not just saying this because you're here. They're both great guys,
yeah,
and they're both great fighters. I hate to see either guy lose, so I'm just rooting for a 3-round war that we can cheer the whole time, and
hell yeah,
a controversial decision.
Where everybody feels like they won,
yeah,
even the loser.
Exactly.
It's definitely got to be a fun fight.
Yeah.
Definitely got to be a fun fight.
Yeah, you can bet on that.
Awesome.
There's one more I wanted to talk about, and that is, you just mentioned him, Quest Truxton.
Yes.
He's fighting Eleno Almanza.
Awesome.
And Quest is just a crazy dude. He's fought after Tony Cortez. He wanted to fight Christian.
He just picks the toughest fights.
He really does. And this is no
walk in the park.
Different. Yeah. Eleno has just come on in these last two fights, and he looks scary good.
Yeah.
So he's like picking the next rising guy and trying to take him out. It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah, Quest is such a great striker, and I think, like I keep on saying, he has a very bright future. He just picks really tough opponents, and he shows up and he does what he has to do. And I think if he just fixes a couple of things, he's going to keep on winning and growing, So exactly. I'm excited for that. So I know you guys are getting a new canvas done for this upcoming event, SparStar 55.
It's gonna be fancy now.
Dylan's eyes just lit up. He's
there
like,
"Oh, brand new,
put some fresh blood on there."
And are you guys still looking for sponsors for promotion for the ring or anything else?
We are not, because the canvas will already be ready. If you do want to get your logo in there, we might be able to do a cage decal. Hit us up. But for next year, it's never too early to start working, because we'll have the canvas all year long.
So I can put my OnlyFans on there. Oh yeah! Yes, let's go.
That's funny. Yeah. So any sponsors out there that want to be part of this rising mixed martial arts promotion, make sure to contact Michael.
I mean, and you got to remember, it's only about 2,000 fans per event, and only about a couple 100,000 views on YouTube. And your logo's only going to show up, I don't know, 30 or 40 times during a fight. So I'm no mathematician like Dylan. I don't know if it's worth it.
Don't let them downplay it, bro.
Yeah.
They take care of you. They're super friendly, super nice. The shows are amazing. They get better each time. I remember fighting the first time, they didn't have the stage. Now we have a stage. Now we have smokes and fireworks going everywhere. I'm like, oh my God.
I just go for the ring girls, bro.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
I mean, after the fight, I'm with you. I'm right there with you.
Hit him up, ladies.
Exactly.
But hey, not if you're going to distract him, though.
Yeah, don't
got to keep this
me.
guy focused. He's got big things coming.
After the fight.
Yeah, after the fight, maybe.
Perfect. Oh, and that brings me to my last interview. I said all my kids. I meant my students. I see them as my kids. I don't have any kids. No, I don't have any kids.
Disclaimer, they're not my actual children.
Actual kids.
That's funny. Awesome, man. So again, guys, make sure to contact Michael if you are a company that's looking to collaborate or support SparStar. I want to give another huge shout out to today's sponsor, Logic Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Huge shout out to Lucas Rocha. Even though spelled Roca in Spanish, it's Rocha because he's Brazilian,
Yeah. They have cool names.
They have awesome names. The dude's amazing, man. He's like a 5-time black belt. He's got all these chains of BJJ gyms. I used to take my stepkids to his gym. And funny story, it was the first time I ever tried jiu-jitsu. I took my stepkids, and the little one was 7, and then the older one was 10. But the 10-year-old is taller than me. He's like 6'2".
Look like Dylan.
Yeah. So we went to the kids class and they're like, nope. There's no way in hell we're gonna put him with, like you said, the 4-year-olds.
Getting crushed.
With 6-year-olds and 5-year-olds. Like, he was bigger than me, So they're like, let's wait till the kids' class is over and then he can try the adult class. They're like, do you want to try it with him? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So I put on that, used up gi that they let you buy. It wasn't bad. It was nice, It was a nice blue one. And I went on and I said I don't have any jiu-jitsu background. I have a boxing background.
Same thing, right?
Oh my God. 2 completely different things.
Yeah, and they had me roll with this guy who was like a collegiate wrestler and had been doing it for a while. He knew what he was doing. And the first position, they had, I think it was me on top, right? And they're like, okay. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? They're like, well, just try to pin him, tap him, do whatever you're gonna do. Like, I was like, you guys sure? Like, I'm a pretty strong guy, Like, I did bodybuilding, and part of it was I jacked up my back when I used to squat and stuff, so I have like some back issues. But I'm pretty strong. And I freaking manhandled this dude. Like, I was like putting my elbows in his face and just like grabbing him. Like, and he knew what he was doing, so he wasn't really trying too hard.
He's like, oh, you're doing so
yeah,
good.
but he wasn't liking it, And then they're like, all right, now you got to switch turns. This dude messed me up, bro. Like, he like tiger rolled me and shit, choked me out. He choked me with the I didn't even know you could do that. He like grabbed the gear, like I was like, ah. He tapped me like 6 times in like a couple of minutes. He gave me a purple eye. He accidentally punched me a couple times. And then because of my bad back, I was like, oh man, my back's a little jacked up. But it was a fun experience.
Definitely fun. Definitely.
Yeah, so
I recommend it.
I'm super competitive, so I enjoyed it. I'm thinking of doing jiu-jitsu again. I'm definitely gonna go back with Lucas and let him know, like, hey man, where the hell's that guy? Because I'm about to beat his ass.
I'm sure he hasn't gotten any better.
No, he's probably way better. I'm like, where's my little stripe on my white belt, bro? Give it to me. Yeah, but no, guys, if you are, I think jiu-jitsu, like I mentioned, it's a great sport for kids. Like, if I have my own children, I'm definitely going to put them in jiu-jitsu first, because it's a great way to learn self-defense and self-restraint, because boxing, kickboxing, all of that, you're going to inflict pain on the other person. But with jiu-jitsu, you could control someone that's trying to be aggressive with you, and you can just put them in a position like, do you want me to hurt you or not? I can either break your arm or you can stop trying to hit me. I can either make you pass out or you can say, okay, I'm done. And I think it's a healthy and safe way for children to learn both combat, restraint, honor, respect, discipline, all of these skills that's going to help them long-term in their life. Outside of any type of, physical altercation, is when you know that you can defend yourself, you just have more confidence. You just walk into a room like, what are they going to do to me? They can't do anything to me, But when you don't have that skill of learning how to defend yourself, the world is a lot scarier,
I don't know what you're talking about, bro. People just go red. I understand. Bro, they just go turn red.
Do you get really scared when you see someone coming off the street who's a street fighter, undefeated out there?
You just laugh.
No, I don't. I remember when I was like freaking 14, 15, guys come in, they're like, I want to fight. And they're like, all right, Dylan, go get him. I'm like, all right, I'm here to do my job. Boom, 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 boom. Kicking them in the head. They're like, what the fuck is
I don't want to fight anymore.
They're like, yeah, I just got beat up by this little kid. Like, what the heck is going on here?
That's funny. But I want to thank you guys again for coming on the show. Dylan, again, guys, if you want to support his upcoming fight, go ahead and purchase a ticket with promo code Morales. How can people find you, brother?
They can find me on Instagram.
Don't say your OnlyFans, please. I'll get.
Let him promote. Let him promote.
I'm gonna get demonetized now. Just kidding.
You can find me on Instagram as Dylan_Mr. Pickle Morales.
There we go. And guys, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube, SparStar's YouTube. If you can't make it to the event, go ahead and watch it live on the YouTube as well. And we'll see you guys next time.